Hello and welcome to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life here in Wales. And as you can see behind me, there's a paint in there that I want to try and recreate on a smaller scale. Might alter it a little bit, but that's what we're going to be doing today.
Time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe.
Okay, so looking at the palette, I'm doing the trees, but I'm going to use monotone again, like I did in a previous lesson when I painted the bridge and the mountains. As you can see there, that's in the iCards if you want to go and check that one out. So again, I've got some Prussian blue, I've got some white, and I got some black. But the only thing I'm going to be doing today, more than anything, I'm going to be using some iridescent medium, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as I progress with this lesson. I am using my medium mix, my flow improver, some retarder, as you can see on www.clive5art.co.uk, along with a variety of my own particular brand of brushes. Okay, with that out the way, let's have a look at the background. So I want to get some white, and I get a little bit of Prussian blue just on the tip of the brush, and I'm just going to go in to the canvas, and I'm just going to add a little bit of blue in the background like this, sporadically, adding some more white as I go in like that, getting some more white, a little bit of medium mix if it's not flowing so well. Just mix that in, just to give it a little bit of colour, just a little bit of colour. Again, this is going to teach you how to use tones and blending techniques, and maybe working on some trees as well, because we've got trees. Now what I'm going to do this is, I'm going to do this in a similar way to that I did the large painting. I think that's on YouTube somewhere. If I can find the link, I will put it in the iCards for you. So I'm just gonna build up a bit in the foreground there like this. Play around with that. These are very simple, quick, easy paintings just to get you into painting. If you've never painted before, then this is a way to start, is just getting used to the brushes and getting used to how the paint works. And I find this very, very therapeutic myself, to do with my anxiety. It helps me relax. Sometimes I'll just come out and just play like this. And these are just playing paintings. These are not what I normally paint, but I enjoy it. I enjoy painting like this. So I'm just going to put a bit of shadow in here and there like this, because this is just going to represent some snow, because we got that, we're in that cold time of the year again. And basically just putting some lines in like that. Very, very easy. Don't have to think too much about it. There we are. Look, we've already got the base in, and we've already got our sky in place. And just get a little bit of moisture on my brush, no paint, and I'm just going to blend that in, blend it in like that. I'm thinking about where the shadow is going to hit this snow, so you can do that as well, because I want a bit of shadow coming in on this area there like that, and just put a little bit of shadow in, just to break it up. I'm just changing the painting around a little bit. I don't want this to be the same, because it doesn't make sense to me to do the same. There we go. Okay, so again, I'm just going to get some blue on my brush, mixing some white with it. I used the same colours in the previous painting I just showed you. So I'm going to put a trunk in like this. Not being too precise. Maybe another one in there, something like that. Getting it painterly. Putting a couple of smaller ones in. Like that. Quite a few trees over there. There we go. Just breaking that up a touch there and like that. Just play with some lines like that. That's all you need to do. Maybe get some light paint. There you go. Just put a couple of lines there like this. We can put a bit of white paint over them in a second, just to hide them in the background there. That's all you need to do, really. That's all we need to do, really. I'm just going to get the hairdryer on that. Okay, so I'm just going to rinse my brush out. There we go. Get some medium mix, some titanium white, and I can thin it down as much as I want on card, because that's what I'm working on today. But if you've got some of my medium mix, which is available at www.clive5art.co.uk, you can do this as well, even if you're using canvas or board. And all I'm going to do then is put this very, very thin coat of white paint just over the back. You've seen me do this so many times. This is my favourite trick to knock things back and to make things look misty. In fact, I'm just going to put it all over the trees as well, but there, just for now, because we can lighten them up in darken them up in a second. Okay, and that's that. I got to keep watching my cameras actually, because I've got a bit of a problem today with my camera keeps switching itself on and off, and I don't know if my memory card has got a problem or not, but we will keep an eye on that. So I got one of my foliage brushes, which is available at www.clive5art.co.uk, and I'm basically going to go into some of this blue and white until I find the colour I'm looking for. And I'm just going to tap in some tree shapes like this. Practice. So all we need to do is practice, practice, practice. Nice easy painting today again, and this is what it's all about. I want to get really light down there. I want to get really light down there. Just a hint of trees in the background, and as we come closer to the mid-ground we just want to put them darker like this. Bring them in front of them ones. A little bit darker. I haven't used any black yet. Wonderful brushes for foliage. Use them with oils as well if you want to. They're quite universal. They're natural bristle brushes. few little bits and pieces there, maybe a little bit of shrubbery there, like that. Nice cold wintry type of scene today. Just going to put that one brush. Again, I'm picking up the hairdryer, so I use this a lot. Okay, so let's introduce some iridescent medium, and what it says on the back here is for a variety of surfaces it can be mixed with acrylic colour or applied over the top of a dry colour to give it a unique effect. Light iridescence and creates a stunning pearlescent effect, and do not over thin with water. In other words, it's like a pearly colour that you're going to add to this. So we're going to add some of that directly to the palette, and you can make some metallic colours with this. If you add this to paint, it'll give you like a metallic type of finish. I haven't used this for quite a while, so I need to squeeze some of this out. It doesn't want to come out. There we are. Some of that's out of there. Now let's put that back up there safe. So I'm going to get myself just a little brush. I'm going to use the same brush as I did with the trees. First of all, I think before we use the iridescent medium, I'm just going to get myself my script lining brush, which I've got here. I'm just going to put a few branches and things in, just going into a slightly different colour. I'm just going to put a few branches coming in and through like this. And this is important that you practice doing branches and trees in this way. There we are. Just be loose and free with it. I'm not going to do too many because you'll see what I'm trying to do. I want you to take this idea along and really work on this. I really do. I think it's going to be wonderful. Anyway, I put enough of them in. You could put some more in here and there if you wanted to. It's not a problem. So I'm getting some of this lovely colour. I'm going to get some iridescent medium into it now. What this is going to do is going to make it all nice and pearly. I'm just going to take the excess off my brush. I'll need a bit lighter. Just adding a bit more white to that. I'm just going to, in places, just put this bit of sparkle in, like this. Like as if there's a bit of snowfall. And what this is going to do is going to catch the light and sparkle. There you go. Let's get a little bit of, I'm losing my headset. Let's get a little bit of contrast in, just to break it up a bit like that. Play with this. If you haven't got any iridescent medium, don't worry, just practice painting trees like that. Again, I'm going to get some iridescent medium on a brush, if I clean the brush properly. Iridescent medium on white. Just a lot of iridescent medium and just touch of white. What I'm going to do now is just going to put some snow in, like this. Just dragging it across like as if you've got a palette knife, but letting that iridescent shine through. Let it do its job. Let it do its job. That's important, because we want it to catch the light. of iridescent medium on there. What you can do with this, you can glaze this with iridescent medium if you wanted to. Depends how shiny you wanted it, really. But a few drifts of snow here and there, like that. We could then get our little brush. Any little brush will do. What have I got here? I've got a little number 8. I'm just going to get a little bit of black just on the very tip of that brush. Checking my camera is okay. And I'm just going to put in a few details onto these trees, like as if they're silver birch trees or something, because they got that black type of effect on them, haven't they? And all that does, it just adds a little bit of contrast into the painting and gives those trees just a little bit of life and just makes it pop. It just adds that little bit of to it. There we are. So there's the path in the woods where my wife and I were walking in the spring. And there we are. One little winter scene there. Maybe a little bit of contrast down by there. One winter scene there. Made so easy and simple. Basically 2 colours with a bit of iridescent medium. That's going to sparkle as it dries. That's going to sparkle as it dries. It looks cold and is proper Christmas card type of painting. So if you like what you've seen today, don't forget to click the subscription button down by there. Over there is another video you might like, and over there, down by there is a couple of links. So thank you very much for joining me today. Have fun and enjoy. Bye.